I'm very close to the big tree now, but there is, of course, an entire capital still left to go through. I've even breached the first two defenses getting in here, the two tree sentinels, and of course Margit making a fun reappearance, but I'm not even technically inside of the capital just yet. These are just the outskirts. And they're nice outskirts. I think they're very pretty looking and everything, but it's gonna pale in comparison to everything I'm gonna be seeing on the inside. Well, only thing to do is to make my way up to the front gates there, which of course are going to be closed because much like a Phantom Thief in Souls games, you never take the front gates. You know, except for all the times the Phantom Thieves did do that. But anyway, in the meantime, hey, what's going on with you?
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm looking to see if there's an angry gargoyle about to attack me here.
A tarnished would one day become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Is it me?
Surely you see it too. The gold that enshrouds the heavens. The great tree which begets the pillars of light. Oh, tarnished, hasten to the foot of the tree. And whatever you might face, the fingers will surely guide you.
Well, okay. Let me get right back on the steed and get up there. Surely guide me. I don't know, last time we got a little bit of doubt in relation to just how trustworthy those fingers might be, but I don't really know what to make of that. After all, I'm not even playing online, so I can't do invasions and see if there's anything more with that storyline to happen. Yep. Hey, it's exactly as I said. I know, we're all very shocked. But anyway, that's not the only place to get into the capital after all. I do believe if I can pull up the map, just got to get away from those guys far enough. All I got to do is continue circling around here, past where Margit was. I still can't pull up the map, by the way. Through this field of giant bolts. And there's some pretty big impact in the ground, so I guess that's what they are. Whatever was firing them is obviously long gone by now, I think. I'm pretty sure. I hope so. I do definitely know that I'm really not interested in seeing a lot more archers or magic users in this game past this point. I know it's going to happen, though. Oh, come on. Why? Just let me look at the map. I just want to look at the map to show everybody at home where exactly I'm trying to go. Can I do it now? Yeah, here we go. So, going up this little path over here, there is this back entrance. And I think that's what I want to get to actually get into the city as a whole. And that means just following this path right down here, past even more of these headstones. A common theme in pretty much all of the Souls games. Everybody loves their headstones. They seem to be the major export aside from Blood and Yharnam, after all. Nah, not even gonna bother with those guys. Or like other statues of whatever kind. Mostly the blood, though. They're big into the blood. Huge fans of blood. Okay, these are not the same thing as the giant bolts that I saw earlier. That doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous, though. Keep on trucking right past these dudes. The giants are not super fast, after all. And hey, look, there's the previous time that I tried to come over here and died stupidly, so I decided to restart the recording. Restart the recording? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, hey, look, there's a big golden gate and an even larger guy in front of it. Did you think that I was going to get away with not fighting any tree sentinels in the game? Oh, how foolish. Well, here's an upgraded one of them. This horse has fire breath. All right. Combat on horses. Said all the way back in the first episode, jousting style. The idea here is going to be that I'm going to try running past Gonna try running past this guy. If he nails with me with a fireball, I'm in a bad position. If I get knocked off the horse, I'm in a bad position. There's a lot of points where I'm going to be in some really bad positions. And of course, the tree sentinels having any sort of ranged weapons makes them a much bigger threat compared to any other one of the fights that you're going to have with these guys in the game, of which there's at least 3. Probably even more than that. There's a few reused bosses here and there. The tree sentinels are one of them. But even then, I don't know. They're usually easy to run past. That golden gate over there, I cannot get through until I beat this guy. So, kind of stuck with this whole thing. However, it does give me an opportunity to finally show off the raisins. These are one of the items that I got in the crafting here that are able to restore the health of the horse, which I'm definitely going to be using. I really can't fall off this horse, you understand? That's really, really bad for me. All right, get a couple free hits in there. Obviously, fireballs to dodge are going to be of utmost importance. Tree Sentinel himself is actually quite slow. It's the fire there. It's always the fire. It's always the fire and the weird hitboxes from the fire. I hate the weird hitboxes on the fire. I know. After Godric, I think you've all heard that plenty of times, but it still remains true even to this day. Okay. It is a little bit awkward controlling the horse, I'll be honest with that. It's actually pretty safe, usually, more often than not, due to the fact that you just go so incredibly fast. But, even more Tree Sentinel fun abilities here. Yeah, it's pretty safe because you go so fast. You can get out of the range of danger very easily. One of the things to remember, though, is that you do have a pretty hefty cooldown time in between swinging your axe and being able to do stuff like jumping again. You only really have 2 abilities to actually... dodge around as the horse here. That one burst of speed that you get instead of a dodge roll. And then, of course, jumping, which I do believe gives you some iframes, but like I would not rely on it compared to a rolling when I'm off of the horse. All right, come on, you. One of the things the Draconic Tree Sentinel loves doing is staying right next to the wall, which makes the whole run by, well, getting a good swing in there not nearly as effective. Yep, that'll work, though. I'm whittling him down pretty fast. Wow. Okay. Well, this is another thing that usually comes up with horse combat, which is another thing that we're going to be seeing actually quite a bit in this episode. There's another major boss that is... Well, I guess you don't technically have to fight it on horse, but it would definitely be most effective to fight it on horse. That they love to just kind of one-shot you. A lot of the attacks have one-shot ability. And that's even using the other character that I have, which has significantly more health than old Fancy Dan here. Well, I'll see if I can get to roughly about halfway down before I start this one back up then. Okay, we in lightning phase again. Alright, didn't really get to see too much of this part before. And it's really not too difficult to get back here or anything. I mean, after all, he does leave himself very open to a lot of attacks. The only issue is really that many of his attacks will just kill me in one hit. And that's really the only thing that makes this particular fight tough in any way. Try and get a butt hit. There we go. Good butt hit. Try and get like 2 swings there to kind of maximize damage. Might be a little bit scary sometimes, but more often than not, I'd say that it's actually pretty safe to do exactly that. Okay. Maybe shouldn't go in on the fire. Weird fire hitboxes will be my undoing, of course. Oh my god. So will tree hitboxes, but I mean, you know. That goes with just about any 3D game, period. You try and run in the direction. Well, here comes Well, you try and run in a direction, well, here comes some, like, random rock or something on the ground. Which I guess is not even entirely unrealistic when you think about it. I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of people who have died purely because, you know, they tripped over a rock or something in a fight. Can't imagine that's entirely unheard of. Okay. Well, one of the things I gotta remember in this fight in particular is that due to the fact that you have a pretty limited amount of... What hit? No, not quite. Due to the fact that you have a pretty limited amount of things that you can do, jumping really does become a lot more useful in these fights. If he throws down, like, lightning on the ground or something, that is my cue to try and jump over it. Which is not really something that comes up in a lot of other fights, but... yeah. Turn radius being kind of weird there. I just don't even want to go in on the... I don't want to go in on anything that isn't like him trying to... yeah, that sort of thing. That's a jumping move. That's a move you want to jump. Okay. I mean, I can probably go for 2 hits there and everything, but... just swinging around and whacking him on the butt once, but... I don't know, man. Due to the whole, like, one-hit kill deal, I'm a little bit frightened to actually try and put that idea into practice. It looks like I get very close to getting hit here after all. Regardless of how I play this thing. Alright. Make sure that I don't lose out on the stamina. Losing out on stamina means that I don't really have the ability to do, like, the whole dash and whatnot. Kind of an important part of this entire moveset with this thing. One little butt whack. Oh. There we go. Good. Managed to get it at least once. Because I don't know if that one will kill me, but it certainly will get... I'm not going to be doing good afterwards. Let's just say that. No, definitely not. It's a battle of attrition. And this here fight. Which is fine. It's at least, like, probably more... oh, didn't even hit me with that one. It's at least probably easier than a lot of the other fights that I might be able to go into. And the cool movement options are, of course, just pretty nice in general. Alright. Come on, Draconic's Tree Sentinel, even though you're more of a Lightning Tree Sentinel, it's really just the horse that is Draconic in any way. Okay. You don't want to go for it. Okay. The Lightning Sweep is scary. Lightning Sweep is scary because if I don't jump that, I mean, that's not just like run around enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not just run around enough like a lot of the other attacks here. That one... that's not great, but, you know, it's acceptable. Bonk. Oh. Alright. Now, of course, having the horse get hit here is also not putting me in a great position, but as long as the horse doesn't die, I should be okay. Oh. Got him. Oh my god. You know what? I'll take it. Hey, I actually didn't die either. Having the horse die right there and then going right into melee was, let's just say, an inadvisable sort of solution, but a solution nonetheless. So, you know, let's just say, let's take the W here and get out of here already. 50,000 runes also. Pretty sweet type of reward for that entire thing. I don't know what is up with so many of the fights in this entire series just being incredibly close by the ending. It's kind of a weird thing that it keeps happening like this. Okay, well, I might not have been able to survive a lot of the hits before. Hopefully after this I'll be able to. We'll see. 24, not bad. Of course, using a rune arc would also just give me an automatic 5 extra hits. But hey, look! Got a health bar as long as my stamina bar, finally. Oh, and also, 5,000 left. Not that much, really. At least not that much in this game. At this point in the game. Oh, really? I don't know. I felt like I might have been missing something from the first time that I went in here. All right, the capital proper. And I did need to fight a real boss. One that's not just Margit. Come on. How many times have I beaten Margit so far? 3, I guess, across 2 save files. A real boss at the start of the game. Not really much any longer. Okay. Give me something good. Magical grease is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more runes. I want to get levels. At this point in time, levels, especially knowing that I'm getting one-shot by a lot of these enemies, it's like, levels are going to actually start to become very, very important. And hey, from here, they finally started rendering the tree as an actual tree. It's not just sort of a column of light in the distance. It is like an actual physical tree that you can see. I was wondering about that because it looks so ethereal from the start. But nope, it's real. There's a real, actual tree that does, in fact, exist in the world. Apparently housing more or less what you could consider to be a god with inside of it. Who's going to be my wife? I don't know, whatever. Well, what are we doing now? Well, of course, we're getting the big vista. Ah, yeah, it brings back the old Anor Londo, or like the first time you came to Majula. Oh, what was the dragon area in Dark Souls 2? Or like Irithyll in Dark Souls 3. Man, FromSoft is very good at creating a nice vista. Golden rooftops. Of course, only befitting of the tree itself, right? Then, of course, there's a gigantic dragon. Just the biggest dragon with maybe, like, wielding a gigantic staff or something? I swear in one of the trailers we saw a... I swear in one of those trailers we saw, like, a dragon using some sort of lightning weaponry. Just dooting on the trumpets. Okay, whatever. Anyway. I don't know if that's the same one or if it's something not dissimilar to that. But I suppose maybe I'll end up finding out at some point in time. There you go. There's the good runes. The big runes that give you the big amount of runes from it. Can go down there, obviously, but instead I'm just going to kind of go scoot around here. See, unlike the previous guy that I was fighting, this guy a little bit less threatening. And, if I'm remembering my other save file pretty good, 3,300 runes from that one. Oh yeah, baby, we got a new farming area to go to. I mean, 300 also from each one of the Doot and Trumpet characters out there as well. So that is, well, I'll be honest, kind of the first thing I want to accomplish in this episode, get a better place to farm. But, also go through the rest of the area, too. Leyndell is quite a beautiful place, isn't it? Like this sort of overgrown type of greenery around here. It fits in really nicely with the interior of the houses being so like I don't even know what you describe, like well furnished. Like take a look at these cool candles alone. Not really candles, just glowing pieces of rock, which I think are like polished ruin fragments that I can make myself if I wanted to. Back in the academy. Oh no. It's like this guy right here. He reminds me so much of like an invader type of character, or maybe even more specifically like a hunter from Bloodborne. Kind of a tough one too. Real tough boy here. Ranged weaponry too also makes that much more scary to actually fight. But hey, that's how you know we're getting the real enemies here. There we go. Yeah, not a bad amount of runes either from that guy. I mean, especially using a weapon like this, I can very easily stun lock him, so it's not that bad. But yeah, I didn't necessarily have to go walk by that giant gargoyle. I could have dropped down here too. Get a little bit easier passage over to this place. All right. And I do believe I can kind of go into here. But this is also the first place that finally has the old go underneath the elevator trick. Oh, it's been so long. Too long, if you ask me. It's such a classic thing to try and find yourself a passage underneath the elevator. The only thing is that, well, all of the elevators up until this point have been bottomless pits. And if I remember correctly, yep. I'm just going to run right by that guy. I'm not going to worry too much about it, let's be honest here. Nor about you. These are the for real dudes, judging by the fact that they are wielding lightning against me. And although that is a place that I could head down, the actual progress point is over here instead. No horse, by the way, in case you're wondering. No. Go head down here. Spent me a long time wandering about the streets of Leyndell, trying to figure out where I need to go. But of course, that's the entire purpose of this series. You know, consolidating the information that I now have into being something a little bit more watchable. Not just me meandering about for hours and hours trying to figure out where I need to go to. Jump up on the roof. Look at these little tiny houses. They're, like, really small. I don't know if that's intentional or just kind of a weird scaling thing. But still, I feel like I shouldn't be this large on top of them. Well, anyway, a lot of these houses seem to be caked with, I don't know, some kind of ooze? Maybe those are like tapestries? Either way, I can't go inside them. That's kind of the more important point. Oh, first bow I've gotten in the game now. So we're finally in episode 4 here getting the tutorial for it. Well, trust me, this is not really the time to be using this stuff right now anyway. Okay, no. I'm not even gonna mess around with that guy. Well, just dusty and destroyed, and I'm just gonna leave that guy to his thing. Now, architecture around here. Oh no, that's another one of the super knights. I will once again leave that guy to his business too. Also, man, 2 fingers. Who cares about 2 fingers? Look at those guys. It's 1,000 times better, really. Very reminiscent again of the dungeon area of Dark Souls 3, where you had the big, gross, like, hand monsters that existed in there. Another 3,000 souls? Don't mind if I do. Ow. Rats. Okay. Hey, that's at least another level just right there by itself. Holy proof liver. When I go, I want all of my organs to be made to be holy proof, if you would. It's a simple request. Just inundate them with holiness until they don't even react to them. And hey, there's the dragon. Made it all the way over here. Do I have a guy following? No. Okay, made it all the way over to the dragon. And of course, there's plenty of places to look around here. But I think y'all know the real way to progress. And also keep an eye on that guy with the bow. It's no good. Right up the dragon itself. Gigantic, austere, entirely made out of stone. Or at least, it's stone now. Maybe it's just been here for a very long time. Even giving me gravel as I'm picking up stuff from it, which I believe is described as being found near ancient dragons or something like that. All right, grab you. Hey, rune arc, nice. You know what? I'll use it right now, even. I would like to get my rune working for me here. Find those things scattered about. You can buy 5 of them for, 4,000 runes back at the Bell Maiden statue in the hold. Good stuff, but But of course, the fact that you lose them on death is... oh boy. I don't want to fight this guy. No. I've had enough. I've had enough of the lightning. I've had enough of the lightning. Stop it. Really? See, it's stuff like that that really makes you not want to fight enemies in these games. Hey, there we go. Yeah. See, I knew that it was a good idea not to end up trying to take down this guy. Am I going to lose my rune arc immediately? Well, I might if the Golden Knight man gets in here, and he did. He's here right now. God dang it. I just got that. Well, at least you get a good look at him. I just got that, though. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You really gonna do me like that? Really gonna do me like that? Well, anyway. I hope that you can get some refreshes on the amount of rune arcs that are sold in the store. That was kind of a frustrating thing back in Dark Souls 3 where they would only sell you so many of the embers, and that was a pretty substantial health increase when you ended up using them. Of course, you know, me, I come from a roguelike background. Things like too good to use are no longer in my vocabulary. Haven't been for a very long time. Any advantage that I can get, I will take. Okay, I believe that'll go back to the area that I was just at. So going forward over here, gonna end up going down there, which I do believe there's a few different cool stuff, but of course progress is made only over here by the other trees. Yep. Yoink. Bye, nerds. Thanks for the stuff. Okay. And of course, I'm going to the tree, so why wouldn't you just go climb up onto the tree? Oh my god. Well, just ignore that. It's fine. Going to the tree, so climbing up on the tree seems to be the first order of business, right? Hey, climbing up on the dragon worked for progress. This is more or less the exact same thing, right? A lot of tree... Well, I guess I wouldn't call them sentinels. That does have a very specific meaning, but tree guardians here as well. Not too difficult to just sneak on right past. And then we've got this. Only fitting. It's really only fitting if you were to ask me. Something of a mirror match of a fight here if you think about it. Well, the difference in strength is maybe a little bit more notable. But hey, I also, who aspire to become an Elden Lord, fighting Godfrey, who of course wields an extremely large axe in the exact same way that I do. This is a tough fight. Actually a pretty fun fight, though. You gotta be... Okay, much like every other one of the bosses in the game, as I've talked about before, he's got a million hit combos. However, unlike somebody like Margit, who just can pull them out almost instantly, this gigantic axe he's using, much like myself, means that he can't really combo together attacks very well. So, what do you do? Well, circle strafe. You make sure your dodging is on point. Let's see if I can at least get him down a decent amount. Surprisingly enough, and this might be a little bit of a spoiler, I suppose, no phase 2. I don't know what the deal with that is. Like, I sort of more or less expected him to get like a phase 2 here. So that slam down, you dodge it, you can easily get a hit in or two. However, that stomp attack, on the other hand, a little bit more scary to try and deal with. Because that stomp attack has a pretty big shockwave. It could be a... Okay, roll. Oh, no, that should have been another hit. Should have been a very trivial hit for me to get as well. I guess I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't fought him since I beat him in my other save file, after all. Okay, I can get a couple more attempts here. But, yeah, if you see him do the slam down, you can easily roll into that, get a good hit off, or probably significantly more if you're using a faster weapon than myself. And then he'll usually like to follow that up with a second hit. Also pretty effective for dealing some damage. He does have a jump attack, which I hope he ends up showing here, but if he doesn't, it is not as punishable. Unfortunately, breaking the sort of pattern that a lot of the other bosses in this game have had so far. He does not get an extremely punishable jumping attack. I'm a little bit disappointed, but you know, when I use that, I get punished extremely hard for it. Feel like there's a little bit of disparity in between how exactly this works. Nope, there it is, in fact. Yeah, you can see he throws it and then jumps to it. And then, of course, he's right next to the wall, which makes dodging a lot harder. Generally, want to wait for him to get a little bit more out into the middle of the room here. All right, Godfrey. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm so out of practice. Well, I guess I'm going to have to come back here later or something. Because I swear, first time I was fighting him, it's like a kind of circle strafing around. If I remember correctly, circle strafing to the right, you know, counterclockwise, was sort of the strategy that I employed most of that fight. But here, obviously not working nearly as well. You just got to get the timing for the swings down. It's never, in these games, it's never react to the second that you see something starting up an attack. It's always react a couple seconds later. Though Godfrey is a little bit faster than the other bosses that I've been fighting up to this point. But hey, easy enough to get back up here. All it really requires is me to run up a tree. So there was other things that I want to do right now. Let's go start to take a look at that. Remember in the previous episode where I was talking about the Cowards tunnel? Maybe go check that out for 1 second, which is, well, no promises that I'm going to finish this. Maybe I'll go cut in some footage from the stream or something like that, but it's like I might as well show it off. I did do the entire thing otherwise. And then, as I was playing off-screen a little bit, I found a new area has opened up. A pretty interesting one that will definitely be worth taking a look at. So, into Bellum Church, take out my trusty steed. Guess I don't really need the heals for him anymore. Well, at least for the time being. I'm sure eventually it'll be very useful, but here the plan. Run down into this area and get down to the underground tunnels. Again, the place that is definitely not nearly as cowardly as they're making it out to be. Trust me on that one. It's really not. I think that their opinion on cowardice is kind of skewed. No, well, we did install the big elevator. Why aren't you using that? It's like I am using it. For no reason. I believe that's a cuckoo knight. Saw a temple of, or not temple, but like the cathedral of the cuckoo earlier, and I guess that guy belongs to that. You can always get a bunch of armor from different characters around here, but I'm not really planning to do that right now. Here, though, as always, I totally forgot about this tree being down here. Cool, cool, cool. I believe that is another flask charge in addition to everything else. But what I'm looking for is this right here. One, another grace point, of course. But two, something that wasn't entirely clear the first time I was here, his ladder. Where does that lead? Well, hey, did you play Dark Souls? Well, great, you've already played this game. But also, at the end of Blight Town, or at the beginning of Blight Town, if you had the Master Key, it was a very long route going up a windmill and then also a bunch of ladders, kind of leading back into the main area of the game, topping you out over by Ghost Town, whatever it was called. I can't remember the name of this thing now. But this is very reminiscent of that. Let's just say that one right now. Not only does it have a lot of caves kind of going through here. Again, more mining places. And I do believe I get some smith and stones. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Especially with the amount of souls that I can get just killing those 2 gargoyle enemies. We're just killing that one gargoyle enemy over and over. Should be able to get up to plus 15, 14 in no time. Though, more 3 stones. Also, just a lot more smithing stones just in general, which is very nice. These little goblin guys, I don't like them. I don't like these goblins. There's a bunch of just goblins around here. They're very fast and tiny, which of course, using a large slow weapon does not do any good for me. I don't have boss levels of poise, unfortunately. No Godfrey here, who can just tank a million hits. However, as long as I'm just running by them, it's not going to be that bad, really. Although, just in case, send that one back down for the next trip through here. Nice. More runes the better. And then, hey, what do you got in here in the little chapel area? These things usually have good stuff. Hey, nice. I'll take that. I'll take as many rune arcs as I can get. I don't know how limited in supply those things are. Uh-oh. Oh, it's exploding. They're trying to trick me? What is that? Oh, man. Can't believe they're doing fake, can't believe they are doing the old fake, the guys. You know the guys. Oh my god, I might just go sit the save point here to see if I can't despawn these dudes. Nope. Currently looking at a little bit too many foes hanging about here, right? Alright. And same thing back in Dark Souls 2 with the red colored crystal lizards. Good stuff. Glad to see that return, especially in an area where you're thinking it's like, oh man, cool. Bonus stuff. Okay, get away from the little goblin guys. I'm not here to fight goblins. This is, again, compare this to just taking the... Oh, cool. Compare this to just taking the lift. Takes like 5 seconds of going into 2 areas. And now, no, don't hit me off. Don't hit me. Oh, they hit me off. All right, well, I think I'm going to actually have to fight these things now, which is pretty cool. Oh, stupid fast bats. Yeah, often if you can just kind of get above them a little bit, you don't need to worry about things attacking you on ladders, but much like the besorted... No, yeah, I'm going to have to do this as well. Much like the besorted eagles that I saw earlier, these things are a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too fast for me to just ignore. You can see I'm getting close to the top, though. The coward's path. The coward's path. Want to make that clear. Okay. Bats. Bats. We are the bats. Celebrating another one of Birthday Bash. Oh, I'm very happy I didn't accidentally fall off there. That would have been embarrassing. There we go. All right, so one down. The good old jump slam will take out most of these guys, but I'm probably going to get hit once or twice just trying this here. Well, at least these guys being on the ground will... And also trying to yell at me. Ha! Video game enemies never learn. All you gotta do is not try and scream at me the second that you see me. Things will go a lot better for you. Trust me. Can't tell you the amount of enemies that make that mistake. Also, there is a... Didn't see this before. Well... No. I'm a man on a mission here. Let's get on with this. Not gonna... And well, I will go... There's at least this right here, and I might actually be able to use smithing stone 4, potentially. I think I'm still at that level of smithing, so taking that is not going to be a bad thing at all. Trust me. All right, then over in this area. One, more bats. Good, got them both. Nice. Grab you. Very nice, very nice. And then right over here with this guy. Well, not this guy, but you know what? I guess I'm kind of committing to fighting. Yeah, see, look. See, this is why you don't fight things. Now I just attract the ire of a bunch of bats. Though I don't think they're getting up here. They can only fly so high, I suppose. Okay. Told you, very, very exit to Blight Town style. Okay, even more. Except this time, bats. They're no spiders, but they might as well be. Yeah, anything else? They can't fly that high, which is dumb, but that's how it is. I'm not going to argue. Yeah, is this the place I want to go to? I'm more or less just looking, hey, what areas go up from here? That's what I need to get right. Oh yeah, no, I remember this. It's one of those gigantic squid balls over there that also has a few cool things, maybe like some runes and whatnot, but I'm not going to mess around with that. Those squid balls take virtually no damage. You need to do like heavy attacks on them, get them into a vulnerable position, and that's how you deal any damage to those things. Okay, I can take that much damage here. However, I can also just leave. Bye, nerd. Ow. Bye, nerd. If you think that was going to stop me, well, you're sorely mistaken. Okay, thank God. All right, here we are. Top of the cliff is right there. Oh, didn't quite get a whole lot of souls from that, but that's not really that much of a concern now that I'm finally into the capital. Oh. Hello? Oh, not a dragon. Yeah, no, I told you. Not after Midir. Not after Midir. Okay, so this guy's got just this annoying dash where he throws down lava all over the place, and he spams that like 3 to 4 times in a row. He's also pretty fast for his size, and he's just a nightmare fight. Even more than trying to get up that cliff in the first place. I'm way more interested in just not having to fight Makar right now. See, he loves to spam that. That's why, at least when I did end up beating the guy, I was mostly just dancing around this pillar here. Okay. Come on, stop. Just do like a real attack. That's a real attack. Watch out, it does have a backswing on it. But yeah, Makar does take a decent amount of damage, but not nearly as much as you'll want him to. He's also got like the usual tail swipe, where if you're behind him, he'll rapidly spin around, deal a lot of damage to you. His sword hits for just an outrageously huge amount of area. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Does he have a second phase? Oh man, does he have a second phase? Hopefully I won't need to see that right now. Oh my god, can you get out of the way? Makar, please. Oh, and that slam down attack is just annoying. So, yeah, no, I've already made my way by here. I'm not going to fight Makar again. Maybe I'll mix in some footage from the stream where I was about as mauling as I am right now. But I'm not doing this one again. It's not even worth it. You know what you get from that? You get like a dragon heart and you get access back up to the Atlas Plateau. Or you can just take the Grand Lift. I would highly recommend taking the Grand Lift. Okay. Well, anyway, aside from that, I did also say that there was one other very fun thing that I did discover around here. So in Caelid, you might notice that there is just a huge area down here. Sort of a gigantic island. This place called the Impassable Great Bridge. And as you can see, there's a save point in there pointing to this area right here. Which, if I go over to like Fort Faroth, let's just do that right now. You'll notice that there is a very large portion of Caelid that does not seem to have anything on it. It's sort of like a gigantic beach bordering on a desert. And I had wondered for a really long time, how are you supposed to get down there? It doesn't look like there's anything down there, so I was thinking that it might have just been sort of a background area, an environment that they had created but didn't put anything over there. But no, as it turns out, there is definitely some stuff over there. Here, let me just get a good look over the entire thing, since I'm right next to the coast right now. As much as I hate having to go through all of these loading screens. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, you can see it's a pretty sizable amount of the entirety of Caelid, really. Just kind of taken up by this. No way that you could possibly jump down to it without dying. Like other stuff is apparently trying to. Just getting 1,000 souls there casually. Why not? But at some point in time, the Impossible Great Bridge changed. Impassable Great Bridge. It's not impossible. It's a bridge. We know how to make bridges. But I have no idea when this happened. If I was going to take a guess, probably after fighting Godric, finding my first rune. But I noticed that there's a teleporter there now. That means that Great Bridge is no longer impassable. Well, impassable by normal means. Magic, I don't know if I would necessarily consider that to be normal transportation in any way. And then the loading screens, of course. I don't know if this is just a PS4 thing, but I have just seen that, yeah, really, it does take a little while to load stuff. Okay, Redman Castle. Very peaceful area for the most part. Not too much going on here. I mean, yes, peaceful when you got like all this stuff going on, but otherwise largely peaceful. You do have these sword dogs down here as well, which I'm not. Let's just kind of ignore those for right now. Frankly, I'm not that interested. But then wandering over here, there is a grace point pointing me right over to this large arena type of place.
Champions, welcome. The stars have aligned. The festival is nigh. General Radahn, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the general, claim glory, and grab that great rune.
Ooh, great rune.
A celebration of war. The Radahn Festival.
Well then, needless to say, I already have 2 great runes, but I'll end up taking another one. Though I do have some competition around here. Like even this guy's getting in on the fight.
It isn't a tarnished warrior.
Hey.
I am the warrior Jar, Iron Fist Alexander. The pleasure is mine. Do you know for whom this festival is being held?
Radahn?
It is none other than General Radahn himself. To think, I could face a great champion of the Shattering. A demigod in the flesh. Oh, gosh. In truth, I quiver at the thought. Such is his frightful repute. But the fear simply assures me the ordeal is worth undertaking. Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend. I, Iron Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal.
Well, there's also plenty of other dudes hanging around here too, who I unfortunately already talked to this guy. His name is Blade. Yes, Blaid. And everybody else is a ghost. So, well, do I want to do this? No, but great rune, though. But, like, yeah, great rune, though.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begins.
I mean, I guess.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture. General Radahn is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. Howling at the sky. But now, we must make merry.
O gathering of champions, the revels begin. The celebration of war. The Redman Festival.
Well, let's do it, I suppose. And you might be wondering, was he riding on like a really tiny horse? Yes. No, that is a thing. Anyway, Smithing Stone 6 tells you a lot about how much they're expecting you to prepare for this one. But, I'll give it the old college try. No promise that it's going to happen in this episode, but I've at least done a little bit of the prep-up work to understand this fight to a certain extent. A certain extent. Alright, one more teleporter there, and then I'm on to the beach itself. Alright, Wailing Dunes. There he is, Star Scourge Radahn. Start quite some distance away because of that. Yeah, good beginning, right? Well, look, there's more to the fight than that. He's not just a bow guy. It's just until you actually get near him, he just continues to take out that bow and keep firing it at you. It's a good beginning. Get that timing down for the roll. As soon as you see a flash of light, wait like just a fraction of a second and then roll. That's the time that you want to do it. But yeah, his Scarlet Rot has certainly not diminished his archery skills at all, which is generally pretty great. So yeah, I promised another horse fight in this episode, and trust me, this is going to very quickly turn into that. As you can see from just the sheer amount of area that I have to go through right now. Got it. Now when he starts to do that, that's when I'm switching out to other stuff. Okay, see if I can avoid... Ow. That's okay, though. I'm not dead. Alright, now we're in the real fight. You ready for it? I'm moderately ready for it. That is the attack you're looking for, to actually get some damage dealt here. A lot of the other ones, he recovers from a little too quickly to actually get me some... See, I told you he's on a little horse. It's pretty great, right? I love that touch a lot. I love the fact that he's on a little tiny horse. That is so good. Okay, this attack. Oh. Uh-oh. That's okay, though. I'm alive. Okay, I want to get close to him, but not too close to him. That's how you maximize damage, but it's also how I, get hurt a lot. You can see the summon signs of everybody else that was kind of hanging around for the festival here, but to be honest, they don't really do that much damage. 1, 2, 3, and jump, because otherwise you'll get hit by the stun. You'll let good 2 hits in there. All right. It's the tiny horse. I love that tiny horse. It's so good. Okay. Hey, watch out for that. Definitely don't want to run out of stamina in this one, 100%. So desperate to attack, though. Well, puts the 2 swords on the ground, and that's when you get in here. Ouch. Okay, though. Look, I'm not really planning for this one to go super far right now. Ooh. As long as you're kind of running away from him, even if you're just on the ground rolling away from him, it's actually a pretty effective strategy. Unlike the previous characters, though, he's got a little bit too much range. The tree sentinels. He's got a little bit too much range on him to really want to try and match him in terms of just like running past. Now we got phase 2. Takes it on fairly early, but he's got a lot of very similar attacks. Ooh, did get hit there, unfortunately. Same sort of concept applies. Here, that one does a moderate amount of damage to you, but it's pretty minimal. Magic attacks. Scary. Yeah, I'm pretty minimal amount of attack. It's more to bring you in so he can slam down on you then, which might be a punishable attack, but I don't know, man. I'm a little bit too worried to really try and attempt to punish that one. Yeah, keep going in on this a little bit too early. But yeah, it's the same sort of concept with that move there. His jump on the ground desperation. Well, same thing. Might be able to punish that, but I don't know if I want to. Oh no, my horse! Hort, no! There we go. I'll try to watch out because he does that whole like gigantic magical explosion thing does mean that he does have a little bit more close range attack, a little bit more dangerous attacks for me right now. All right, Radon. We're doing okay. We're doing pretty all right. I'd love to go in on that, but he does also get like a little bit faster just in general in this phase, which is why I'm worried about actually trying to punish that one, unlike the first phase where it's at least fairly simple to end up doing that. And then he just jumps right back on that. Ow, my entire body. Jumps right back on that little tiny horse. Some pretty fun stuff. I, of course, am a big fan. I feel like there's some parts of Elden Ring that just kind of get goofier than other Souls games, even. Ooh. Yep, unfortunately. So, am I gonna beat this guy here? I don't know. He does even have more tricks up his sleeve, so I feel like I got the basics down. I want to get some more health and everything here so that I might be able to survive some stuff. Maybe even get a few more of the horse healing things as well. But I am definitely going to keep going for Godfrey. At least trying to beat him in this episode. All right, back to Godfrey. This guy is tough. Really tough. Took me more than a few attempts to finally beat him. I do know how each and every one of his attacks work. It's just, well, if I get hit by even one, he usually has 4 more on the way, and if I get hit by 2 or 3 of those 4, I'll probably die. It also doesn't help that I am getting pretty impatient at this point. Trying to punish the jumping attack is certainly not doing me any favors. Yeah, I got a hit in there, but I also got hit in return, too. So there are a bunch of mistakes that I'm making here, but trying to keep on him enough does mean that his health goes down very quickly. He's already at like 75%, and it's only been the first few seconds of the fight. Of course, I'm looking for the slam down attack. That one's very punishable. If you sidestep it a little bit, you can also even get a few more attacks in there, like for a grand total of 4, I think is the most that I've done. And on top of that, staying very close to him does kind of mess around with his hitbox a little bit. When he does like a 2 quick diagonal swings in front of you, that sometimes doesn't hit you, as you saw very early on in the fight, which helped a lot, but I don't know if I would say that's something that you can really predict very well. No. Staying away and making sure you're either jumping or just staying out of range of the stomp attack is a pretty good strategy. And then waiting for him to go for something that is really easy to dodge. That 2 diagonal swing attack is just dodge. Usually he'll do 1 more. That one slams on the ground, swings left, swings right, and then you can usually get a hit in. And of course, the slam down attack is, well, didn't expect him to do a jump there. And of course, the slam down attack, you just roll, get like a hit in, maybe even 2 hits. And if he does the back slam attack, that's 2 more hits. That was more or less the entire strategy here, and I wasn't really worrying too much about the flask charges because I know that if I'm going to die, it's probably going to be in 1 combo. It's not going to be a bunch of small hits that are happening here after all. 1, 2, 3rd hit right there, then can go for the slam. Missed him, but, usually it works. Okay, and wait for that. 2 more. I'm close enough to him at that point that he didn't hit me with the stomp. So it's looking pretty good. When you get that health bar to the actual text on the boss's name, that's how you know you're having a good fight. A little bit risky. You always want to watch out if you're trying to roll away, because if he does that overhead slam, that's how he punishes you for attempting to heal. That's why you want to make sure that Godfrey has a lot of distance between him and you before you decide to take a chug on the flask. 1, 2, slam that way, and hit. For no damage because I was out of range, but that's okay. More often than not, after he does a combo, he usually likes to just attempt to disengage and then stomp on you instead, but okay. He's going to take a chug, and then 1 more. Bam, there we go. All right, now I also have a stream recording of fighting the other major boss shown in this episode, which I'm going to be switching to right after I spend these 80,000 souls. Oh yeah, that's the good amount. No major soul, though. You can go back to the talisman. Yeah, I suppose I can go do that. That is true. Try and get him into a little bit better position here. That'll work. Woo! If you knew where there was cool stuff, you would have told me. I'm telling you. And yes, this is my strategy to get you to do this stuff purely out of spite. Come on, chat. Tell me out of spite where the cool stuff is so that I don't have to go find it. I'm mocking you. I am literally mocking you right now. Now tell me where the cool stuff is. Come on, do it, though. Oh, God! Oh, God! What an incredibly... I do still really like how absolutely ridiculous this boss is. So silly. Oh, and there they are. Everybody's favorite move that this dude pulls out. There's a dungeon behind the tree guy that gives you a cool mask, also gives a equip load. That's as much as you get. That's as much as you know. More like. If you knew anything else, you would tell me, because I'm mocking you openly and angrily. Alright, now I just gotta wait for him to fire up those meteors. If you haven't been here, those meteors are a one-hit kill, and they track onto me very, very easily. So I'm just waiting for him to go fire those things off. Why are you running away? I literally just explained. Were you not paying attention like 5 seconds ago? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Anyway, now I can go fight him again. Oh, no, he's already resummoning the stuff, eh? Oh, no, he's doing the big attack. It is a pretty big, cool attack. Okay, no, that's okay. I'm okay with the big, cool attack. Now then, time to go back to the fight now that he no longer has his gigantic rock friends along with him. And he's now got his rock friends back along with him. Stupid thing, it's a friggin' stupid then. Here, you guys deal with that. You guys deal with the big rock. I'm gonna go be over here. Look, you guys are my rock crew. You're here to deal with the rocks. You're here to deal with Dwayne the Rocks Johnson, while I don't have to. I'm gonna just go get one more here while I'm doing it. Maybe you can also deal a little damage occasionally. Occasionally. The cheese. I don't even know if this is cheese. When you create a boss that has a one-hit kill type of mechanic, well, a one-attack kill. I don't know if I would necessarily... Oh, I already used it. I was going for giant hits here. All right, Radon. Ow. My entire body has been torn in twine. Oh, God. He's doing the jump, boys! Time to run! Yeah! Well, I'm alive. What a goofy attack. Anywho. Oh, great. He's doing it again. You know what? You're my rock boys. You guys go deal with the rocks. I'm gonna go be over here while I'm not dealing with the rocks. Get out here, everybody. You're here to deal with rocks and literally nothing else. Look, if there weren't the rocks here, I would be fighting this guy solo. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. You need magic for that? Dogs in melee? Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do here? Sorry, Jarman. You served my purposes well, and my purposes being, you know, to have you deal with the rocks. Star Scourge. Rock Scourge, more like. Okay. Yeah, I guess when he does that jump up, that's when he decides to fire off the rocks or something. I don't know. Hi, dude. You want to come and attack me? Now that you don't have your cool rocks, you're that much more susceptible to actually being attacked. Oh. Well then. There we go. Cool. Well, I still hate that I had to use that, but hey, Grey Rune, baby. There we go. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. We take what's ours. I almost fucked it up with greed. Well, greed is my my branding, I guess, at this rate, right? Well, that's not good. Thank you, Adija, for your strategy of having him be distracted by all these other jabronis in here, as The Rock would say. Well, I think I caused the apocalypse. Huh. Oh no, it's fine. I hope. Well then. Let's see what that. Okay, well, let's get all these spears. These spears look pretty cool. I don't think they're anything I can use because they're probably bow weaponry. If I was gonna take a guess at all, yeah, that's what it's looking like. But we also got you here. Star Scourge Radon hewn into the air tree. Gravitational powers, yeah, I noticed. He would never abandon his scrawny steed, which I'm very happy about. Because otherwise it's like, come on. I don't know if there's any like big memery that's happened with this game, but I kind of hope that Radon and his incredibly tiny horse, at least proportionally, becomes something of that. Clean Rot Knights. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that actually makes sense. Because he does have an awful lot of spears in his back, after all. So I guess that's what the deal with that is. It was a regular apocalypse, not a big apocalypse. Okay, good. Because God knows we don't need another one of the shatterings happening around here at this rate. Oh, things have already been not doing too great since that point. But hey, the festival has finished. Radon is dead. I might be able to get a pretty cool weapon from it. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping. It's probably going to be faith scaling or something, right? It's all the cool stuff is always faith scaling. Oh? You can't? Did something happen? Is there some trouble over at the fort? I guess maybe I gotta go warp over to like this thing instead then. No, still cannot. Well then what am I looking for here? By the way, 70,000 souls. Not as many as I was expecting, to be honest. I sort of thought that I would be getting even more than that. Well, anyway. No problem. I was up for sacrificing my colleagues. It's true. I've talked about that plenty of times where I'm 100% willing to name characters like in Darkest Dungeon or whatever after you guys because you're the ones that are going to die, not me. I'm not going to name myself after them. That would be ridiculous. Anyway. What are we looking at here? Like, what am I looking for right now if I can't warp away or anything? There's not, like, say, a Radon still hanging around, is there? The problem is that this place is freaking gigantic, so I don't know where to go. Ah, there it is. I mean, I fully expected this. Oh. Hey, Blade. That was pretty cool, right?
What a sick way to fight, eh, mate?
What do you mean?
The the clash is shared by Radon.
Yeah, damn straight.
And then a falling star, right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radon was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend, if ever I saw one. Well, it's time I left. The wheel of fate has been set into motion. If it's on the cards, I'd be glad to meet again. You are a fine warrior.
Damn straight. I'm glad these guys at least recognize that, yeah, I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that won. How you doing?
Ah, hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought.
Sure. Oh, shut up. The only thing those guys did was block some rocks from me.
On the other hand, I'm nothing but a crock.
Oh, come on. You fought valiantly.
Crack me.
Don't undersell
My
yourself.
insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward, and as such,
Well, after that happened 3 more
hardly
times.
stand to face one such as you.
Ah, don't worry, Alexander. I still appreciate the help, even if you were just as meat shields. Oh, another thing that I forgot to... Ah, yes, and then here's the exit then, too. But another thing I forgot to actually look at is, hey, how do I make this thing work? The Divine Tower of Caelid stands upon the precipice of the Dragon Barrow's shore. Okay, I can probably end up finding that. Potentially. Well, let's see if I can make it happen. I'd like to see what sort of wacky nonsense that I get from this great rune. I've been using Godric's for quite some time, which is, I mean, it's a good rune. You activate the power on that, you get a +5 to each one of your stats, but, I mean, you know, Godric was also referred to as like the runt of the litter. Barely suiting of somebody to bear a great rune. Whereas Radahn, on the other hand, yeah, you know, just exploded the landscape upon finishing that whole thing up. You need to use the horse for those jumps? Okay. Okay, I'll do it. I don't want to. Look, after the Radahn fight and just the strife and everything that brought, rather not rely on this horse for everything, but oh, if I got to, I got to. Well, there's where I died. Easy enough to see, but okay. I still think, you know, oh, climbing up here. Oh my god, I'm dying here. Okay, I think climbing up here is going to be the best way to start. And then I'll try doing a little bit of double jumping action over to the left instead. This place. I don't know, I'm just scared because the turn radius is very bad on the horse. Trust me, No, why? Just hit him with the... I don't like this. It's scary. I'm scared. Okay. A horse, get out here. Try it again. Okay. Oh, falling in a hole. Oh my god, I don't like this. I do not like this. I do not think that this engine was built for platforming. I'm gonna do it though. I want this rune. I want the rune. I don't know what the rune does, but I bet it's probably pretty cool. It's probably going to be something like, oh, increases your magical abilities or something like that. And I'm going to be like, oh, come on. Okay. This is good. Divine Tower of Caelid. Thank God. Yeah, the old double jumping. It's like, what else are you going to do, though? It's kind of a requirement here now, isn't it? All right. Where am I going now is the real question. Oh, the old characters that attack me from... Does not open from this side. Cool and nice. All right, well... Amazing. Okay. Jump and attacks, I think, are going to be just what the doctor, me, ordered. Okay, there's one. The other guy's going to be a little bit more difficult to try and take down, but maybe I can go for like a backstab. Or just this works out. 2. Very nice. Okay. We in here, boys. Do I still have horse? I don't have horse anymore, so at least I don't need to worry about that. That seems sort of interesting. Well, I'm taking a look around. You anything? No, I want me to go around the outside. Oh, what a weird area. God, I hope this rune is worth it. Oh, I hate you, Dark Souls! You Dark Souls me again! Dark Souls! Again. More parkour. More parkour with collapsing platforms. Would have been nice if they informed me about that ahead of time. Climbed up the tower just to climb down again. Not unheard of for the Souls series. And just think about trying to get into the gutter in Dark Souls 2 and everything. Well, is there any other areas that I can get to around here? Yeah, it also goes upwards as well. I'm sure there's probably some good stuff at the bottom if this isn't in fact the right area to get to. Hoo boy. Yeah. Unless. Oh no, this is a door. I forgot, they look a lot like the walls around here. Didn't have enough budget for a door on the floor. Or have like enough budget to actually fix the damn like areas to go through here. Okay, I think this one might just lead up to the top. Still though, it's probably worth looking at what's on the bottom floor. But I got here anyway. I'm just gonna count it as a success. Oh, I can't believe they have the collapsing floors here. Oh my god. But that's okay. That's okay. Already done, already accomplished. And sending me up to the top here, which is exactly where I got the last rune at after all. Yep. I had a feeling that you could just like, you know, turn around and do it like this, but it's also not unheard of to have to drop down some many floors to get to the next area after all. Another one of the finger statues, and of course the rune itself. Floating ominously in midair. Radahn's Great Rune. Rightfully mine. Even though I did have to have some help, as much as I don't want to admit it. Are these, is this a statue, or are these the dead fingers? Makes me wonder. Let's see what we got here. Number 3, max HP, FP, and stamina. Not all attributes, but that sounds pretty nice, especially because stamina, I'm betting, will let me equip a few more things. Well, I'll take it, certainly. Dead, looking rotting and mighty. Yep, Dark Souls me again. I can't, they do that though, but they, like, for real though, with all the enemies jumping out from behind walls with every that, whatever. Let's get me in here. Hey man, 3 great runes, count them.
You have returned. What is it?
No, nothing else to say. Not like, hey, cool third rune. No, it's actually the bow. Mute of the gravitational power. Yeah. And it does the rain ability. No surprise there, I suppose. Great sword wielded. Does it also have? I mean, it seems pretty cool, but I don't know. Yeah, it's the gravitational wave, though, as I expected. Those are some big stats. Maybe it would be worth it. Like, all I need is 15 int. I'm gonna get it. Oh, by the way, anything else to be said? Learn Incelia. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do it.
Now go forth. Let the word.
No, nothing about me having another rune? Nah, thought that would have gotten a little bit more dialogue from that. Okay, let me see. Show me this weird sword. Yeah, I like it. Can't quite get it covered in dirt in the same way that Radahn did, but hey, I do it. Oh, you also have a second one on your back as well. So I guess I could dual wield this? Is that how that works? Let me go take a look for 1 second. Because I would be 100% down with dual wielding some weapons here. Very heavy, though. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm going to need the stats for it, but I think I might end up using these swords.